good afternoon, or evening, or morning, or whatever time of day it is in your part of the world. My name is Elizabeth Ann Coleman, and it's my pleasure, I hope today, to share with you some guys and dolls. And I've selected a few of the examples from the Coleman collection that have little stories that go with them, that they brought down through the years with them, I should say. First, I think we'll look at George von Stromfetter, a Steiff boy. He came into this world in the early 20th century. He's still blessed with his button in his ear on the back side of one of his ears. I forget which one, but it's still there. And as you can see, he's a much loved doll. And George actually was quite a man of action, as we can see from the photographs in his little mother's photo album of her early years of life. George came to this country from Germany, brought by a friend of the little girl's father. And the family lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we have George in many of his activities. And I think we can go and look in this now decaying photo album and catch some of his activities. He was such a man of action that in March of 1914, he enjoyed the final snowfall of wintertime. Perhaps it wasn't the final snowfall, but we can see him here on the top of his igloo with his American flag. He also can be seen in this photograph coming out of his little igloo. And here again is another photograph of him as he's enjoying his wintertime home. And you might wonder how he got to his winter home. Obviously, he went on a sleigh ride. So there's George as a man of action in the wintertime. George enjoyed summertime actions outside too. And I think one of the most charming pictures of George with the outdoors activities is with him, with his little mother, Catherine Smith, as he stands beside his teepee. George is in his original outfit, Steiff outfit, and he was the man in the doll family of Catherine Smith. She was a lucky little girl, and he was a lucky young man because he had this harem of female dolls. And we see George standing next to Catherine in one of the photographs, and George at her shoulder in another one of the photographs. But he had a particular girlfriend who was an older woman, and her name was Lena Marie. And for the second part of this session, we're going to bring forth Lena Marie. We're back here with George's girlfriend, Lena. Now, Lena is an older woman, and we know that because Lena was the play doll of Catherine Smith's mother. And Lena Marie came to Catherine Smith's mother in 1872. Catherine was a late in life child for her parents, and so Lena was a seriously older woman for George, who came to Catherine in about 1914. So Why are George and Lena so very special, even though they're separated by a generation? Well, because we have the handwritten invitation to their wedding. And I assume that this document is in the childish hand of Catherine Smith herself. I'm going to read it. Miss Catherine Smith requests the honor of your presence at the marriage of her daughter, Lena Marie, to George von Stromfetter. Over his lifetime had a variety of surnames. Friday, June the 18th at 11:00 a.m. at 6111 Walnut Street, RSVP. And the invitation indicates that Catherine was cooking up items for the reception. Now we also have a document which Catherine very kindly indicated might have been typed up by her father, and that is the marriage certificate. So let's read that too. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, County of Allegheny, Marriage License Office. Know all men by these presents that George Stromfetter, bachelor, and Lena Marie Smith, spinster, of the county and state aforesaid, having stated they are respectively of full age and competent to determine their own affair, and that it shall be their desire to be joined in marriage, and said George, having declared his ability to support said Lena Marie in the style of life to which she is accustomed. Now, therefore, let this be the sufficient warrant and license to any magistrate or clergyman to perform the ceremony of marriage between them. In witness thereof, the seal of this office has been attached heretofore this 17th day of June, 1920. Signed, Daniel Cupid. So that must have been some event with all those other female dolls in attendance at this marriage between Lena Marie and George von Stromfetter. Also, the wonderful part about George and Lena is that they have at least some of their wardrobe of clothes surviving. And it's most pertinent to their marriage, I think. George has his pajamas, blue, cotton, top and bottom. And Lena Marie has a winter dress, two-piece, plainer than the dress that she wears, which again is a winter wool. She also has a summertime white cotton frock, but she also has her wedding night nightgown. So I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to George von Stromfetter and his wife, the spinster, Lena Marie.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.